Hey guys, so I want to set up a small video on the stuff that we've been coding in class and kind of lead Gavin's aspect into control a little bit. So this is what we're going to do, or looking for him to do. So I wanted to move this guy around here. All right, here we go. I hate when this happens. So I have this icon up here. I got this in place. I took Ibrahim's code right here and have this go settings. He'll have to code that. Thanks to Emily for this information. We'll have to get this for the rest of the pages. So like for FAQ page, Gavin, I'm looking for you to follow the directions that I've already provided on how to put the linens up here. We'll want to also replace this with the one image that what's her name, Emily has. We'll want to replace that. What I did here is I just added the information that Emily had from her design document and I put it here so it looks consistent. What I did is I created a button. So all this is right here, I'll zoom this in a little bit. Gavin is a button. So now I know that in the design we're going to have the categories coming from the API, but for the purpose of it right now, I'm not too concerned about that. We'll alter that later on. What I want us to do, Gavin, is to take all the designs that you have from Emily and create buttons and put them underneath each other. So have all the categories listed here. Now, here is the challenge that you have to do. And this is where we will gather the API. But we want to set up one of them to see how it looks, to make sure it's going to function properly. So in order for you to, what I want you to do is be able to click on this button right here. And I want it to open up a new screen. And that new screen will have the categories for general. And then, well, whatever it is, the questions for general. You click on a question, it expands and it has an answer and so forth. So we want to do that for all of them. So right now, how we do that is a couple ways, and I may have showed this in a previous video, but I think it's important that we do it here. So first and foremost, you need a view controller. I'm going to show you how to do this. I'll check the code in, but I want you to do it. All right, so we have the view controller here. So what we need to do here is we have this view controller. We need to have something that goes with this to code. So you notice here we have view controller FAQ that's tied into this. So we'll right click on Family House. We'll choose a new file and we'll choose Cocoa Touch. We'll hit next and this will be called, in this case right here, we'll say FAQ. Oops. We'll say general. FAQ general. That's fine. I don't want to make it too long. So we'll hit next. Actually, I was going to do details, so we'll hit cancel real quick. Let's put details. All right, now hit next. Perfect. All right, so now we have this view controller. We want to make sure it's under here or down here somewhere. That's fine. All right, actually, I'm going to put it underneath here. All right, cool. So that way they kind of coincide. All right, so go back to storyboard. Go over to, I feel like we have a lot going on here. Go over to this guy right here. Click the view controller at the top. Come over here and you're going to type in that view controller so you can assign it to that view controller. So that'll be view controller, FAQ, general details. Perfect. So that way we can make sure our code lives in there. So for example, if I was going to code this section, I could come up here and choose assistant. And I could come up here and choose it. Oops. All right, come on, don't lie to me. All right, it's gonna lie to me. I should have chose, that's weird. I should have did that. Hold on, why didn't I do that? All right, let's do it this way. I'll just choose it this way, click on it, choose assistant. It should bring up the controller. And it's not doing it. So it's so freaking weird. All right, see if I click on this, it'll bring up the FAQ. but this guy for some reason it's not bringing up. So maybe it's not assigned to that yet. Maybe I thought it was assigned. So let's see. Double check. All right, yeah, it's assigned to it. Custom class, boom. Not sure why it's not working though. Where is that? Details. It's not coming up. What the heck? This is the first time I've seen this happen. Maybe because I don't have it linked. Alright, so let's link it and see if that makes a difference. Maybe because I don't have it linked. I don't know. That's weird. So this is what we're going to do here. So we're going to do control. And we're going to do show. Now it's linked. Let's see if it makes a difference. It shouldn't make a difference, but oops. Yeah, it's not working. Man. I don't know. This is so weird because if I click on any other view controller here and choose the assistant, it pulls the code up without a problem. See? But actually, I'm having problems over here. It does pull that up. But if I come over here, for some odd reason, it doesn't recognize it. Why is that? Alright, so I don't know. This is new. I'm gonna delete it. Maybe it's too long. So let's go under here, right click, let's do new file. Try this again, see if I'm doing something wrong. View controller. I'll just say FAQ general. Keep it at that. Create it. Alright, let's see if that makes a difference. I don't know. This is so new to me. Let's exit out. Let's go over here. Let's assign it. Let's see if it even shows up. Alright, there. Now it showed up here. We signed it. So now, let's see if it works this way. If it doesn't work, then I don't have an answer. Alright, that was the answer. I'm thinking I think that we made it so long, maybe there is a restriction on the length that you can make the file. I don't know. That's a new one. I never ran across that. But anyways, there you go. So here is where any things that you have in your drop down, so you could do your expansion here. Just do it for the general ones for now. Just hard code that to see how it works, and then we'll have to figure out a way that we can use the API and pull that information in there. So Gavin, that will be your task for the week, is to knock this out. Make sure that you have all these buttons here that match this. So you have general, you have all these other ones. You could look at Emily's design and use her design as a reference. I don't have it in front of me. So you'll have all these different buttons. So all it is a button with a background. And let's click on, let's put something out here. Well, let's just do this. And also you'll have to apply the content as well. So for example, if I go over into FAQ, you'll want to make sure that you have a navigation bar. You want to make sure it picks the right color, which is yellow. So you want to have all this information in your code. You also want to have a setup contact button. Okay, so you want to have this in place, and then you'll want to go into your assets, and then you'll want to add a photo. So get the photo from Emily so we could fix this. Right now I have this right here. You can use this for the heck of it for now. We want to fix that. I'll go back to here. So you'll have this set up in your thing, you'll call it, and then so what your menu will look like mine moving forward. That way we have a consistent menu. So when we go to FAQ, you click on this, you'll have the same thing I have, which I don't even have FAQ up here, so I'm gonna let you figure that out. I don't want to take your thunder away. So you'll have FAQ up here, you'll have the little guy up here. Just follow what I have in place. How you do that is if you go to like my linens page, see how I have linens up here. So you could come up here in linens and see how I have that established, which is somewhere. Oh, you know what? You could just click on the. It's nothing fancy actually. So if you click on the navigation menu, you can come over here and type in linens. So you'll do the same thing for FAQ, but you have to set up that navigation. Like this is already here. So I could type in FAQ and it should be here actually. So let me stop this and rerun it. So, okay, maybe it's something else. I don't know. Just follow my code. I don't know. It's early. What did happen there? All right, so there's a bug that I didn't know we had. So when we go back, the navigation uses, let me see something here. All right, so we have a little bug here. So when we go back, the navigation is using the previous color that we came from. So that will also be an issue that we'll have to resolve. But in the meantime, Gavin, this is your task. Ibrahim, I want to see some settings up in here, man. That should take 3 minutes. Linens, I have in place, so I just have to add the rest of the functionality to make this work. I do have a spinner in place. I'm going to actually do a separate video on the spinner to show you how that works. And I'm going to, when I do it, I'm going to add it into this code. So that'll be the next video I'll work on. So that's what I have in place here. I have to check in this source code. And what I want us to do is I want us to start using this as a unified section. I need to go back over to Android and start helping those guys out. But I think we need to make sure that we're using this. Do something outside and make sure it works. And if it works, then apply it to your working code. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, you know how to reach me. I'll talk to you later. Good day. Bye.